Gurpratwant Singh Pannoon, again, another pro-Khalistan campaigner, that one of the co-founders of Sikhs for Justice behind the referendum, he likewise was the subject of an assassination plot, which fortunately was foiled by US law enforcement. And the US government hasn't been publicly vocal about it, but certainly US law enforcement has been very vocal about where they believe the plot comes from. So in terms of relations between India and the Western democracies, sadly, there's a two-tier game going on here. There are law enforcement, intelligence agencies, and organisations, human rights organisations, and the general public, generally speaking, realise what India are up to. They call it out publicly. They say, we have got to do something about this. We must not allow India to continue illegal activities of murdering Khalistani campaigners overseas. This has got to stop. But on the other hand, when I talk about two-tier situation, we've got those people saying one thing, but we have our politicians and leaders saying something else. We now have Mark Carney, who superseded Justin Trudeau in Canada, shaking hands with Narendra Modi and welcoming him, saying, let's sign a trade deal. We have Keir Starmer, our leader here in the UK, likewise welcoming and shaking hands with Narendra Modi and signing trade deals. No mention of the abuse of human rights, no mention of transnational repression, etc. US has followed a slightly more ambiguous stance. We don't know in reality how Donald Trump feels about India, because he like he does in many issues, he plays both sides of the game very cleverly until he absolutely has to nail his colours to one mast. So there is that ambiguity, but that ambiguity actually works very well for the US. But ultimately, relations between the West and India have been soured by what India has been up to. Sadly, though, as we often report, dollars are trumping human rights, and unfortunately, the Khalistan campaign it has a difficult position where it's trying to persuade Western leaders to align with it, saying, look, it is a good thing. But at the same time, Western leaders don't want to upset India because primarily it is a 1.4 billion population commercial market it doesn't want to lose. And secondly, there is the geopolitical issues of China, the big bogeyman in that region. They need India alongside in alignment as an ally, and that's the problem.